Today, let's go over my $16,431 TFSA portfolio and all the updates in the month of January. Hello and welcome back to my channel where we talk about investing, personal finance, and dividends. If you're new here, consider subscribing to my channel and smashing that like button if you enjoy this type of video. Let's get started. So I started investing with WealthSimple Trade about half a year ago, and every time I got paid after taking care of all the expenses like Visa bill and all that stuff, I would invest the rest of the money. My goal was to consistently save and invest that money every single month. It doesn't matter how much you're investing, just pick an amount that you're comfortable with investing every single month and stick with that amount and invest it regularly. Making it a habit of saving some money and investing it goes a long way. I highly recommend that you set up an emergency fund before you start heavily investing in the stock market. Your emergency fund should be enough money to cover expenses for 2 to 3 months. You can use this money in case of an emergency, and anytime you take money out of your emergency fund to pay for stuff, you should always replenish it before you start investing your money again. If you're new to trading, I suggest you start off with your TFSA account. Any money invested in your TFSA account will grow tax-free. You won't have to pay tax on any money that you make in this account, which makes it a great starting point for beginners and new investors. When you're investing in your TFSA account, make sure you're not investing in foreign dividend stocks, as you would have to pay foreign withholding tax on any dividends received from foreign stocks. Instead, you should aim to invest in stocks that are traded on the TSX market and foreign growth stocks, which do not pay dividends but increase in value over time. I have 15 stocks and 10 ETFs in my portfolio, and I try to evenly spread my money across these stocks and ETFs every time I invest more money into the account. Unless I see a buying opportunity for one of my holdings, then I would put more money into that one stock or ETF and balance things out the next time I put more money into the account. In this past month, I bought more into Pizza, iShares High Dividend Yield ETF, and Vanguard's REIT ETF, trying to increase my holdings in these ETFs and stocks. I usually invest in well-known dividend stocks, but I do portion out some money, a small percentage, to try and invest in startups and potential growth stocks. I encourage you to try that as well. But the small portion should be money that you're willing to lose in the worst case scenario, aka if things go bad, you won't be affected by it. Most of these stocks and ETFs that I own, I've already gone through and explained why they're good in my other videos. If you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description. You can simply pick a handful of stocks and ETFs and evenly distribute your money across these every time you invest. And if you're using WealthSimple Trade, you don't have to pay any commission fees on your trades. January was a crazy month. GME to the moon, AMC, BlackBerry, Bed Bath & Beyond, all these stocks were hyped up and then followed by a predicted crash. Bitcoin was going nuts. It almost hit $50,000 USD. Elon Musk and his tweets about Dogecoin to the moon and other cryptocurrencies followed that trend. I should probably look more into crypto and buy some because it's all going crazy. Man, to think if you bought Bitcoin at like under 1,000, you'll be like 50 times richer. Well, no point in looking at the past and thinking about missed opportunities. Just in the future, if there's another opportunity like this, I guess we'll take a calculated risk and buy some. Anyways, while the market was going crazy about GME and all these cryptocurrencies, I was consistently buying into my current stocks. And if you don't know about the GME to the moon and the crash right after, I made another video where I explained in detail what exactly happened. So since the hedge funds had to cover their short positions on GME, they started selling their other assets. And these other assets were all top amazing stocks. All of these stocks dropped in price because all the media attention was towards GME and no one really noticed this price drop. Nothing has changed about the company, it's just there's a lot of people and a lot of hedge funds selling all their other stuff to try and cover their GME position. And since it was a huge volume of people selling all these stocks, it dropped the value of all these amazing stocks by a lot over a couple days. So if you were able to get into those discounted price of these good stocks, you made quite a bit of money since then. The market fluctuates often, especially since people are just jumping from one ship to another. You gotta know when to jump on a ship and when to jump off a ship and whether all this jumping is worth it. I'm gonna stick with my strategy of investing in well-known dividend stocks and well-known growth stocks and hold them for a long period of time, no matter how the market fluctuates. If in the next couple months I see some of these really good companies that I believe in start dropping in price, I'm gonna use this opportunity to buy more into these stocks at a lower price. It's like a discount on your investment. Who doesn't like discounts? They'll eventually go up, and I do not plan to take the money out anytime soon, so I'm just going to be investing in dividend stocks, watching them grow over time, and collecting my sweet passive dividends. It's a great strategy as you don't have to time the market, and you casually invest and you'll be making profits over time. And if you happen to see a buying opportunity for one of your investments, put more money into that and then balance it out the next time you put more money into your account. Buy it, forget it, and make money in your sleep. If you're using WealthSimple Trade but you haven't claimed your free $10 yet, you could still claim it by clicking on the gift icon at the top right and entering my referral code on the app. We'll both receive a small bonus. My portfolio is currently sitting at $16,430.62 and is growing every month. Last month, it grew by $374.69. And for dividends that I received with this portfolio last month, on January 6th, XCI iShares High Dividend Yield ETF paid me $2.16 for holding 22 shares. XESG iShares ESG Aware MSCI Index ETF paid me 46 cents for holding 5 shares. XCG iShares Canadian Growth ETF paid me 37 cents for holding 2 shares. XRE iShares REIT ETF paid me $1.14 for holding 22 shares. CDZ iShares Canadian Dividend Aristocrat paid me $1.12 for holding 14 shares. FIE iShares Monthly Financial ETF paid me $2.44 for holding 61 shares. XBB iShares Canadian Unity Bond ETF paid me 21 cents for holding 3 shares, and XIC iShares Core S&P TSX Capped Composite Index ETF paid me 77 cents for holding 4 shares. On January 8th, REI RioCan paid me $9.12 for holding 76 shares. VDY Vanguard's High Dividend Yield ETF paid me 90 cents for holding 8 shares. VRE Vanguard's REIT ETF paid me $1.01 for holding 11 shares, and VAB Vanguard's Aggregate Bond ETF paid me 17 cents for holding 4 shares. On January 15th, GRT Granite REIT paid me 75 cents for holding 3 shares, and PZA Pizza paid me $2.75 for holding 150 shares. On January 27, BNS Bank of Nova Scotia paid me $5.40 for holding 6 shares. On January 29th, again, XBB iShares Canadian Unity Bond ETF paid me 21 cents for holding 3 shares. FIE iShares Monthly Financial ETF paid me $2.44 for holding 61 shares. And XEI iShares High Dividend Yield ETF paid me $3.90 for holding 22 shares. XDiv iShares MSCI Canadian Quality Dividend ETF paid me $1.42 for holding 18 shares. CDZ iShares Canadian Dividend Aristocrat ETF paid me $1.11 for holding 14 shares. XRE iShares REIT ETF paid me 94 cents for holding 22 shares, and TRP TC Energy Corporation paid me $2.43 for holding 3 shares. I've received $42.60 just in dividends in this past month. I think this is the most amount of money that I've made in dividends so far. Comparing it to the previous month, it was only like $18.68. This is a really good sign that my portfolio is growing over time. I'm going to be reinvesting this dividends that I just received along with the $1,500 that I invest every single month. My dividend payout amount should keep increasing every single month as I reinvest the dividends and the extra amount of money that I invest into the account. And eventually I can live off my dividends and I don't have to work anymore. That's the end goal of having financial independence and retiring early. That's been my WealthSimple Trade portfolio and my January update. As always, make your money work for you, not the other way around. You could check out WealthSimple Trade and start investing today. I have another video that walks you through the setup. I'll leave a referral link in the description box below. If you use that link to sign up, fund your account $100 and buy some stocks with that, we'll both receive a small bonus. Let's take personal finance into our own hands and make our money work for us. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Bye!